Shot! Utah! Well, hello, America, and welcome to another episode of Slapshot Utah. Nice to have you back. John, are you ready to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America?
I definitely am, Leroy. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about. A little inside baseball for our listeners. Because this week has been so crazy. I gotta let the listeners know that we're recording on Thursday because I will be spending 4th of July with my kids out in the Bay Area. So we gotta record now and to ensure that we have some information. So if anything happens past Thursday, I'm sorry that we won't be reporting on it. But boy, do we have a lot to report right now. The Mammoth have been active. Team USA beats fucking Bosnia and Herzegovina or whatever. We're so good they had to have two countries come play us. We beat them with 10 men instead of 11. Let's go. 250 years, baby. I'm so proud to be American, and I'm so proud to be here with you, Leroy, and all our friends out there listening.
Yes. Hope you, by the time you hear this, I hope you had a wonderful 4th of July weekend, right? I hope it was an amazing 4th of July weekend. Listen, like you said,
I hope you don't look like this after.
If I was a fireworks band, hopefully nothing burned to the ground. America's 250 years old, but the Utah Mammoth, like you said, they have been busy. And so let's just get right out here. Free agency. Ha-cha-cha. We were busy. Like I was thinking to myself, and I think it was even the last show, we're not going to do anything, are we? Oh boy, we sure did. Let's start. There's been a few of our friends that have been talking Vincent Trocheck. Gosh, it'd be great to pick up Vincent Trocheck, especially with the Rangers doing so poorly. And here we are. Vincent Trocheck is now on your Utah Mammoth. Your Utah Hockey Club has taken over Vincent Trocheck, 32-year-old from the New York Rangers. 3 years left at $5.6 million a year. Listen, last episode, John, we were talking to our friend Julian, and we had discussed the face-offs and how Kevin Stenlund was out at the time. We thought Stenlund was out. Now, of course, Stenlund is back in. Stenlund has signed a contract, but we all thought Stenlund was out because he had dropped the team on social media. And one of the reasons, we mentioned that we thought we needed him so bad is because he was good on faceoffs, and our team is so bad on faceoffs. We have improved drastically because not only in Trocheck are we picking up a 200-foot player, plays hard, both sides of the ice, can be a net presence, but also he can win faceoffs, and he is just the type of guy who's going to fit in really, really well in that third line. Like all of a sudden, John, we're stacked at that center position.
Yeah, dude, Vincent Trocheck, it's kind of the thing where like we said, I'm very sad to lose Cole Bedouin. Like he was a very good prospect, but at some time we need to realize as Mammoth fans and maybe like passing over from Coyote fans that like veterans are who win us these playoff games. And Trocheck, he won 56.9 of his draws last season. He's a great goal scorer and great veteran presence. I mean, to imagine, here's what it really comes down to. Do we put him with Clayton Keller on the first line and drop down Logan Cooley? And we put Vincent Trocheck in the first line and we have two gold medalists out there playing together? I don't know what Bear is going to do, but I'm excited about this. He's 32 years old, but that's not ancient. I know a lot of us want to pretend that like, oh, we're signing a 32-year-old and giving away, what did we give away? 3 people that were like, and we all like Sean Dursey. We all liked all these guys that have left. But at some point, the Mammoth, we have to pull moves to become better. We can't just rely on these young kids that all of us have grown fondness with. And I get it. I have favorite players and it's sad to watch them leave. But what's better than having a favorite player? winning a fucking Stanley Cup.
Hell
And that's what we
yes.
need to
Every
do, dude.
time. Every time. I get it. I mean, I get it when it comes to a guy like Sean Dursey. He was an original hockey clubber. Like, that was one of the original guys we pinned our hopes on, and gosh, he couldn't stay healthy and but he was kind of just mediocre for the club. Um maybe he has a better career moving on, but that being said, you're absolutely right, John. It's a business, and I know sometimes we feel like, oh, it's a family and we talk that sort of thing, but it's a business and everyone in this professional game knows it. That being said, it's a great trade. I mean, it
Agreed.
feels like it fits. I'm sad to see Cole Bedouin go, only because it just seemed like he's a Trocheck type player, just 10 years younger.
Yeah.
But we don't have 10 years. I mean, we do, but that's just it, is that, I think, look, we're not, I was talking like maybe we're going to take a step back and let the rookies go. No, this team looks stacked. Like we're ready to compete. Is this a better
Yeah.
team? Is this a better team? And we haven't even talked about Anders Lee. Let's move on to
Dude.
Anders Lee.
Dude. Yeah. So that's the best part, is that we got Anders Lee now. So our first two lines in forward might be ridiculous. Do we keep the Clayton Keller, Logan Cooley, Nick Schmaltz? What I think we should do is, like I just said, we move Trocheck up to the first line, move Cooley down so that he can have more offensive productivity in the second line against like a more second line defender group. But I don't know. What do you think?
I was reading a tweet from Randon with Two Line Pass podcast, and
Shout
he
out.
was he was saying, "Can you imagine, especially with the way Barrett does things, how many lines? Somebody want to take an over/under guess?" Is what he was saying. How much creativity and how many different looks we're gonna see. Um, let's talk about Anders Lee. So that's not the only thing that happened on free agency. Anders Lee, left winger with the Islanders, who was a captain at one point. And we also talked with Julian last week about, he said he felt like we were missing a front of the net presence, someone who's going to get real aggressive, kind of like what we want Barrett Hayton to be. Anders Lee is this guy. I mean, high danger situations. A lot of players have been talking about trying to score greasier goals. It's just trying to get more rebounds, more chaos, more things that slip through the crannies and the crooks, And so Anders Lee is that kind of player, and he brings experience and a certain level of leadership and a contract that's almost identical to Trocheck's. He's got 3 years left at right about $5.5 million. These are
36 years old this week.
Yeah.
Turns 36, I think, Friday, tomorrow. Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
36 is Anders Lee. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. He's an oldie. He's got 3 years left. He's going to play till he's
that.
39. Check that out. I know that Trocheck is 32.
Let's see. Hold on. My bad. I didn't check on Wikipedia. Anders Lee. Oh, no, he's not 36. He's 26.
I was going to say.
No, he's 35. No, he turns 36 on the 3rd, July.
So
he's 35.
Okay.
So he's 36 by the time this comes out.
So he's been playing for a while, I guess. There's no.
Yeah.
26 sounded young. 36, gosh, that just sounds old, but.
He was drafted in 2009.
So look, these are moves to make us winners.
Yeah.
You want to win?
I agree.
I like to win. I think Cole Bedouin is going to have an excellent career in New York. I think he's going to get time to play, and I think he's going to end up being a fan favorite, just like he would have been here. But beat goes on. That's how it is. Now, when it comes to the beat going on, we have to talk about our dude, original hockey clubber as well, Barrett Hayton, who's received an offer sheet from the New York Devils, actually the
New Jersey Devils.
The team has received an offer sheet. You understand the way this works is that if you're a restricted free agent and another team comes in and says, hey, we'll offer you X amount of money, which is the maximum amount or whatever. The team has to match it during restricted free agency, or you lose the player and you get a compensatory pick. So the Utah Mammoth have until the end of the week to sign Barrett Hayton for 1 year,
4.7 or something like that.
4.7. Okay, yeah, 4.7. We ain't gonna do it, especially now if Stenny, like with the acquisitions that we've made. I don't see a place for Barrett Hayton. Do you?
Not at all, dude. Not at all. I like where's he gonna go? We have our fourth line could be Daniil Boot, Kevin Stenlin, and Jack McBain.
How
You
many
know,
Yeah, and how many centers do we need coming up the pipeline? We've got our number 4 at Cable Desnoyers. He'll end up being a liner.
Denoye and
Yeah,
Tisha Ginla's
they said,
GMBA's talked about,
yeah, and he's a natural wing, but I think, didn't she mention that they're trying to get him straightened out over at center, possibly?
That's what GMBA said.
That's
It's
what he
not,
says.
yeah, that's what he said.
It's a work in progress, but wow, things happened. So now that we've talked about those things, tell me, John, just from your 30,000-foot perspective, do you think the Utah Mammoth are a better hockey club than they were last season?
If I was gonna guess, I bet you we're very, very close to the exact same record by the end of the season. But the thing I do like about bringing in these veteran players is it is only going to make the culture better here in Utah. And that's what's so hard about having a new team like this, and that's why I think a lot of people are sad seeing Ian Cole leave, seeing Sean Dursey leave, seeing Kerfoot, and seeing all these guys, Doan, seeing all these guys that leave, because it's like, oh, this was our original team. It's like when you have your original group of friends and you're
Yeah.
growing up and you're like, oh, I love all these guys, but then eventually this guy moves away and this guy moves away, but then you make new friends and you have new people come in, and then someone starts dating someone and you become friends with them, and then you just enrich your circle of friends. And I feel for the people that are sad to see all these people leave, but also at the same time, we are a young group and we don't have necessarily our culture yet. And these big guys like Trocheck and Anders, and even bringing in a bunch of these international players, they're going to add into the intensity, add into the culture that will become the Utah Mammoth. Because right now, do we have a culture? Are we known as a big hitting team? Are we known as flying across the ice and scoring? Do we have a good defense? Do we have big forwards that are willing to hit and fight? No. Like, what is going to be our identity in the next 10, 15, 20 years? That's that's what's brewing right now. It's like making a soup. You add your ingredients slowly and you let it broil and it comes up, and at the end you hope you have a perfect chicken noodle soup to warm the soul. But right now we have to find those ingredients, cuz clearly last year we were not going to win the Stanley Cup, and if we keep the same players and just keep, it's like trying to shove a circle into a triangle hole on one of those little kids like toys. We got to figure out how to find the circle piece to get us to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, well, very well said. And going back to having your favorite players, like, they're not dead, folks. Like,
Yeah,
they
you can still follow.
they still play hockey. They still are. They still work here. They're just in a different department, so to speak. So, I like one of my favorite lower line type players, and I think I've talked about him before, is Blake Lizotte. Just from when I was a Kings fan, I just learned to just really like that kid's game. Like, I'm still enjoying him in Pittsburgh. Every time I see a Blake Lizotte highlight in Pittsburgh, and that's the way I've kind of approached Doan and Kesselring. Well, no longer Kesselring in Buffalo, but Doan and Buffalo, is that we still get to follow these guys' careers. And so good for all of them. But Mammoth getting better. All right.
And let me go off of that too, because a lot of our listeners and followers are just like me, to where like this is our first NHL, like diving into the deep end. I personally like it because guess what? now I'm going to watch other teams in the NHL and I'm going to learn about other players. So I'm going to watch Doan on the Sabres. I'm going to watch Dursey. I'm going to watch all these guys keep playing. Like my favorite guy that luckily we re-signed right now, like my favorite lower end guy, I love Yamamoto, dude. He's
Me
just a
too.
great energy guy. Every time he's on the ice, he just goes out and gives us all. I'm gonna follow him the rest of his career. Like now I can finally watch other teams and start to be like, oh, I have a favorite player on that team. So I think it's good for the new fan, especially because now, guess what, guys? You have 14 other teams you can watch and have a player to root for. Don't take it personally. We love them and we pray for the best. And I hope they all win Stanley Cups.
So it hasn't just been hockey going on this week, John. In fact, hockey, in kind of the grand scheme of things, has really been on the back burner because the bulk of our attention, of the world's attention, has been on this wild and crazy World Cup hosted here in North America. And John, I can just imagine you're about as pumped as I am for everything that you're watching. But this World Cup, these games, these sites, tell me what you think, man.
You know, this is one of those things I talked all week about in the barbershop that like the soccer or football, whatever you want to call it aside, I think one of my most favorite parts of this World Cup has been watching the world come to the United States and kind of say, fuck you to the mainstream media. Because all these people are seeing how beautiful our country is. And more importantly, how beautiful our people are. Like I've said in the past, when we had the hockey run for the gold medal, FU Canada, we showed the world. It doesn't matter who's in the White House, who your political affiliation is with. We are Americans and we love America. American patriotism is so high right now. I freaking love it, dude. I have people that have never even watched a soccer match in their life texting me, "Holy cow, I can't get enough of this." This World Cup is bigger than soccer. It's showing that us Americans are actually humans because apparently across the whole world, they think if you get off an airplane, a police officer is going to shoot you in the face. They think that we don't have good food. They think we don't have beer. And we've been proving them all wrong and in all the right ways. I love this World Cup. And going off of that, this team is electric. How can you not cheer for these boys? They seem like they're such a unit together. They seem like they're playing together, and Pochettino's got these boys humming, baby. I am so excited for Monday. Now, we can talk about this real quick. That red card was complete bullshit
Complete.
because it was unintentional. It was a 50-50 ball, and he was shuffling just with him with his right foot. You can say what you want, Bosnia. I love you. I don't want to say, hey, I hate you or anything, but that was crazy, dude.
Yeah. I don't know what was up with that. I from what I understand, it can't be appealed, although I'm also hearing too
Yeah,
that
you can't appeal it anymore.
Allergen is on the roster for Monday night. Something might be brewing. I don't know what's going to happen, but look, next man up, man. Ricardo Pepi, it is your turn. He is no slouch. He can get the job
No,
done, but ultimately, there's other ways around the problem. I know that, we're really excited. Well, we're kind of bummed about losing our striker, but we've got one of the greatest soccer players in the world on our team too, and Christian Pulisic. And if we just move around our strategy, which I think Pochettino has the creativity to do, I mean, obviously we're going to miss him, but I think we're going to be all right. It is some exciting soccer. Like, look, I've been watching men's national team for a while, and the last couple gens, whether it's Gold Cup or CONCACAF or last Olympics, like there just seemed like there was a chemistry issue. Even when we were winning, it just seemed like something was not right in a way that is now. And you're
yeah.
right, you can totally feel like a group cohesiveness. This team believes in itself.
Yeah.
That being said, we got a long, long way to go. We got to beat Belgium, but Spain's in our group,
Spain or
Portugal's in our group.
Portugal. Yeah.
You know,
Next time we
I get
talk,
through
it'll
those
be after
guys.
both these games. Next time we talk, it'll
That's
be
right.
after
So we
both those
might not
games.
even be here anymore. That's right. But
Yeah.
well, Monday, actually. Monday is the US game against Belgium. Did they
Yeah.
really put the United States of America on Monday Night Football? Did that
Monday
really
night
happen?
football,
Did
dude.
that really happen? Well, I don't know what our chances are. I would really like to make it to the quarters. Some crazy football games, like crazy soccer games. I've been watching the Japan Brazil game
Oh,
was fun to watch. I
dude,
mean, so many.
we almost watched Brazil, Germany, and the Netherlands drop in the first day of eliminations.
Isn't that crazy? Can't say enough about how much fun the Norway team is. And of
Oh,
course, Erling Haaland, who we mentioned, best soccer players in the world. Let's get serious now. I mean, in the real conversation of best soccer players in
yeah,
the world,
no.
Erling Haaland is there, in my opinion, for sure, man. Like, but the fun that this guy is having on the road, you've seen his cowboy hat pictures and all,
His
he's trying
Viking
to.
hat, like,
Oh yeah, it's so much fun, and of course the Norway chant and the Norway fans have just been amazing. I am enjoying the fuck out of this World
me
Cup, and
too.
it's making me think of something I think that you said, which is that it's 2026, man. Like it's really happening. Like I'm gonna remember this World Cup, the year that we won the hockey gold medal, like everything that's going on. Like this is an epic year, man. And I'm not saying it's an epic year that means we're gonna win the World Cup. Although, John, just imagine. Can you just imagine? Can you just fucking believe for 1 minute that that is possible and that we could do that? Do you know what a kick ass fuck you to the entire world that would be, baby?
Oh, you don't have to tell me to think about it. I already talked to my tattoo artist. I'm getting and when we win, I'm getting a full World Cup trophy tatted on my leg.
Dude.
Full size American flag behind it. Because you bitches will never stop hearing about when America won the 250th anniversary since we became a country. We won the World Cup, dude.
I don't know how
I
deep we can get into this tournament, man, but I think the portal is going to break. Like if the USA can somehow pull this off,
oh,
I'll
we'll
almost
break the
believe.
timeline.
Yeah, it's just bad fiction, actually, if the USA could pull this off. But that being said, John, it's been a great week in sports. I thought we would have nothing to talk about, but here it is in the middle of summer. We've had a draft. We got
Yeah.
Our Belchez guy, which of course I don't know if you saw when they brought in all the rookies for the rookie camp over here. They had all the, Iginla and Denoyer and Belchez and, all of them, right? And the team had the prospects put on a clinic for the little local kids that are playing hockey. It was the most adorable thing ever. Like, because they're all 18-year-olds, right? And they're like probably the best on their teams their entire lives and are getting ready to foray as like kind of the kids in this grown up, bearded, bigger than you man's world of NHL hockey.
Yeah.
What a poignant, touching little beginning to kind of have these players, these young players, really looking forward to the beginning of their professional careers, mentoring these children who are just looking at the game for the first time with a youthful enthusiasm and spirit of exploration and sense of adventure. I just thought it was kind of a really I moved me, man. I just thought, fuck, this is what hockey's all about. Like, I just really glad the organization did that. Fun to see.
I agree, dude. I love seeing that type of stuff. I mean, I remember my first year junior jazz when we moved here and we went to a clinic and Andre Kirilenko was there. And like he did like some one-on-one drills with me. I'm 37. I still remember that. That was 25 years ago. So like
Yeah.
I love seeing that type of stuff. But Leroy, probably what the most people that have been listening for the full 25 minutes so far are waiting for is we announced last week that we're going to give a giveaway for these sweet Bud Light sponsored Mammoth shirts from our friends from Bud Light. We got some Mammoth glasses, and not
Sweet.
and not to spoil it, but I'm gonna throw a couple other spoilers in there. But thank you to everyone who commented on last week's episode,
We made
and
it.
we
You made
made
it
it.
happen. 100. 100.
Yep.
Oh, what, 115? 100 followers on YouTube.
So yeah, we made it to 100 followers. I think
Touchstone.
we're like 115 or something right now. But
Listener, you're in the Century Club,
thank
as
you
we'll
so
call it.
much. So we're gonna do a little drawing here. I added everyone's name who left a comment. Leroy, you can see that, right?
I see it.
Okay, let's close these ads. All right, baby. For the first giveaway, let's roll the wheel.
Let it roll.
Looks like
Tie.
Death
Death
Box
tie.
Tie. Congratulations. Congratulations, buddy. You're one of the winners of our giveaway. All right, moving on to the second box of the shirt, the glasses, and surprises after that.
Oh!
Kyle Beaterwolf. Kyle Beaterwolf. Congratulations, buddy. You are the winner of the second giveaway. And for the third and final giveaway, Ty, you can't win
Ty
twice,
can win
buddy.
twice.
You can't win twice, buddy. Sorry, we're gonna respin it. You can't win it again, dude. You can't
Take
win
him
it
off the
again. Hold
wheel.
on. Yeah, let's go like this, dude. We'll hit the shuffle. Now we'll do it again. Kyle and Ty winning twice in a row.
Oh,
The Jeff Schneider.
You are a winner.
Hey, that's actually funny because his comment was like, I need one of those shirts. So congratulations, Jeff. Ty, Kyle, Jeff, contact us on anything at Slapshot Utah. You'll be seeing this on Monday, July 6th. So I hope you all had a blessed and great weekend with family and friends celebrating the birth of the United States of America. Remember, tonight on Monday, it will be USA versus Belgium. We need all the good vibes. We need to go on. Leroy, it's been a pleasure, buddy.
John, thank you for joining us together on another episode of Slapshot Utah. See you next week, next time. Bye-bye.
Love you. God bless America, baby.